everybody, it's Bryan Ewald here in Maryland at the PRS factory, and this gorgeous instrument that I'm holding here is the Experience Limited 2018 Paul's guitar. It's going to be limited to 100 instruments. Although it looks very much like the original Paul's guitar, the pickups and the switching system has been completely redesigned from the ground up. We'll talk more about that in a second. As far as the rest of the specs of the guitar, mahogany body, it's a dirty maple, figured maple top, mahogany neck with a pattern neck profile, 22 frets. It's a Zirconi fretboard with a matching headstock veneer. It's got the brushstroke birds, and what's exclusive to the Experience Limited Run guitar is the pre-factory small eagle, which is different than what you would find on a private stock. It's got a bone nut and the modified Phase 3 tuners, and the one-piece bridge with the little brass inserts on it. What you will find the same as the previous version of Paul's guitar is a single master volume and a single tone, and the two mini toggle switches where these take it from humbucking mode to single coil mode. What's changed is the way they get from humbuckers to single coils and the pickups themselves. So these pickups are called TCI, treble and bass. The TCI stands for tuned capacitance and inductance. This technology started when Paul and John Mayer collaborated on what is now the Silver Sky and the 635 JM pickups. Paul was really digging deep into understanding and analyzing vintage single coil pickups. In the past, the way to achieve single coil sounds is through a coil split, which will just take one of your coils and ground it out, but it's not completely out of the circuit. The other way is using some sort of coil tap system, which was used in the previous Paul's guitar. It's used in the 408 and the 509, the 513, and so Paul has used both of those technologies to go from humbucking sounds to single coil sounds. But what we have going on in this guitar is a completely new system of achieving not just a single coil sound, but a true isolated single coil. Paul started with a tone in mind and voiced these to achieve probably the best single coil from a humbucker sound that I've ever heard. Let's go ahead and stop talking about it and actually listen to what they sound like. All right, starting off with the bridge pickup. Right now I've got both switches down, which is in the full humbucking mode. Now, even though these are humbuckers in that mode, I will say to me they have very much the character of a large, fat single coil still, almost like a P90, a brighter P90, a little chimier, sweeter P90. So let's just hear that clean, the bridge pickup as a humbucker. So flipping this switch up, where we get into the true single coil mode, sounds absolutely beautiful. It sounds like an actual single coil, not like a split humbucker at all to me. Just so you can hear what the volume difference would be. There isn't a significant volume drop-off, but there will be more than you would find in a tapped coil situation. But because of the signal-to-noise ratio, even though you do get some 60-cycle hum in the single coil mode, it's still very quiet. This is barely noticeable. I'll even kick on some gain. And you get a little bit, but not much at all. In the center position, both in the humbucking mode, so that's with them both as humbuckers. I'll switch them both into single coil mode. Just beautiful sounding. I'd also like to point out that similar to positions 2 and 4 on a traditional 3 pickup 5-way, in the center position with these both the single coil, they are hum canceling. You could also then do bridge humbucker with a neck single, or the other way around. So obviously a lot of tonal combinations. Now getting into the neck pickup, here is the neck pickup as a humbucker. Just, to me, it just sounds like the sweetest P90 I've ever heard. Just beautiful top end, but it still has like almost a single coil, a fat single coil quality. Then going into the single coil mode, like I said, again, it does not sound like a split humbucker to me. Let me show you kind of where I think it really shines the best. With some, if we put some gain on, here's the bridge pickup with gain, lots of gain. Now going into the single coil sound, all that chirp and the character of the single coil shines through, even a fair amount of gain. Going into the neck pickup in the single coil mode and rolling the volume back, just has that throaty neck single coil sound. Even with the gain on, all that character of the pickup shines through beautifully.